6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is tiring, but I have to go on. 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100. I've done it. Sometimes things in life are tough, but we've got to try and try again. And if we fail, all we have to do is get off and try again. This is the Southdowns way. And next week, our value is perseverance. Go guys, persevere. I know that you can do it too. Thank you.
Good morning, grade 7s, and welcome to our second virtual lineup. Before we begin the proceedings, let's begin with devotion and prayer. I'm going to hand you over to Mrs. Marais.
Thank you, Mrs. Ramjaguth. Morning, boys and girls. I just also want to connect with Mrs. Naidu's thought that she gave us there at the beginning about persevering and never giving up and keeping on trying until you get it right. Just also I want to read from James chapter 1 verse 2 to 4 says, "Consider it a sheer gift, friends, when tests and challenges come at you from all sides. You know that under pressure, your faith life is forced into the open and shows its true colors." Now listen to this. So don't try to get out of anything prematurely. Let it do its work so that you can become mature and well developed, not deficient in any way. So boys and girls, I just also want to take that message and saying, God says, persevere. He's doing this to raise you and to make you more mature. And if you're going to persevere in this, you're going to become stronger in everything you do. Let's close our eyes to pray.
Our dear Lord and Heavenly Father, thank you for every opportunity that you give us, and thank you that we know that you will never forsake us. Lord, be with every family and be with every child and every teacher. And where they sometimes feel that they want to give up, where they sometimes feel that this is too hard for them, Lord, please give them the strength to carry on and show them that you have a bigger plan behind everything that you do. Thank you for your love. Amen.
Well guys, can you believe it? It's already the second week of online learning done. I'm sure by now work is getting a lot easier because it's becoming a lot more familiar to navigate MS Teams. Hopefully you've worked out a routine that actually works best for you and you are able to actually work at your own pace and take responsibility for your own learning. This week we were joined by a new learner in grade 7F, so please join me in making Eva Dwala welcome to our Southdowns family. I am sure that your stay here at the college is going to be a happy one. Just a few reminders from your teachers, please. I've been asked to remind you to please read your instructions carefully. Right? Some of you are still not looking at the instructions before you start your work. Okay, also upload your work as soon as it's done every week so that you don't fall behind. Okay, on a lighter note though, I'm sure by now you've just guessed, but next week is actually just a 3-day week. And this is because Monday and Friday next week are public holidays. On Friday next week it is Workers' Day, and on Monday, it's the 27th of April, it is Freedom Day. So to tell you a little bit more about why we celebrate Freedom Day, I'd like to hand you over to Mr. Foley. Thank you guys and have a wonderful, extra long weekend.
Good morning guys, how you doing? I'm here today to talk to you about Freedom Day and how it all came about. Freedom Day was the day when South Africa had its first non-racial democratic elections, which meant everyone had a right to vote. Okay, and this day was 27th of April 1994. None of you were born yet, only teachers were around then, but it was a kind of a special day because it gave South Africans some hope of a brighter, better future. Okay, and how did we get to this point of Freedom Day? Because 300 years prior, South Africa was under colonialism, where the minority ruled the majority. And the day that Freedom Day came, the majority said, no longer will the minority rule the majority. And the majority had a voice eventually after 300 years. And I wrote something down here, and when I read, it says, Freedom Day means something very valuable. The necessary condition for us to achieve the vital and fundamental for a better life for all. It was something more than what we think, okay? It was something very special for those who fought, all right? And the word freedom meant that we were free from certain things as well. We were free from sexism, racism, unemployment, and poverty. Yes, South Africa we're still battling those factors, but we are getting there as a country. And I kind of thought about, how does Freedom Day fit into all of this right now where we are? We're currently going through a lockdown, as you all know. We're into week 3. It's been a long time. We're kind of sick and tired of it. Well, I am. But we want to get out of it. And we've been through a struggle. And the day that we are so-called released from this lockdown, I think I'll have a different outlook on life. I'll appreciate the smaller things in life. And what I took for granted, I won't take for granted now. Okay? Just walking in the street will be something quite special, I think. But I think, and I hope that some of you will take a different outlook on life and appreciate the smaller things. And I want you to think about the Freedom Day that we're going to celebrate in the next couple of days, and about the people who fought, for the rights, for the majority, and the day that the majority could have be free, so to speak. And I think you understand what they went through for so many years. And yes, we've only gone through it for 3 weeks, 4 weeks now, but the day that we're released, you'll understand what it means to be free. Okay? And when you see your friends again, your family members, and you do things that you love and that you haven't had to do for so long, just take a moment and appreciate it, because it's quite special. Alright? And I hope this message gets through to you, and I hope you enjoyed today, and all the best, and we'll chat soon. Goodbye.
Thank you very much for that important message, Mr. Foley. So yes, boys and girls, next week will be some free days for you that you don't have school. But now you know that it's the reason why we have these holidays is because of something very important that someone did that made us free. Okay, so enjoy the weekend. Remember, if you need any help from any of us teachers, whether it's related to subjects, you can ask your teachers. If it's technology, how does this work, how does that work, you can ask me. And then, of course, Mrs. Baletta is there to help you on the pastoral care group. So don't hesitate to ask for help, and just to say hello. You can pop in and say, hi, ma'am, how are you doing? And we're always willing to chat to you. Have a nice weekend, and it's going to be a long weekend, so don't work too hard. Bye-bye.